Does the Amazfit Bip series fairy tale continue, or the 5th generation is the end of a golden era? Is it still the same capable health tracking smartwatch with insane battery life? Let's inspect. Getting the news that something called a smartwatch costs less than $100 now in 2023 is quite a thing, and I present you the Bip 5 by Amazfit, a smartwatch we are going to thoroughly inspect right now here on the channel, among the many other cool tech inspections. Great to meet you, my name is Michael, and this video is going to be about all the strong and weak sides, including the true performance, the battery endurance, the GPS accuracy, basically everything you need to get to know in order to find out whether this device should make it on your shortlist for a potential next wearable device. Launched at $89, this is almost 25% increase over Generation 3's Pro model, so kind of a bad surprise, but given 2023's direction for pricing of tech products, I guess we can still count it as affordable. Costs a little more than the Mi Band series, undercuts the GTS and the GTR series, and would rival the Redmi Watch series, some of the basic Garmin models, and so on. Unboxing experience is also quite basic. At least, Amazfit haven't used their fitness tracker-sized pack, meaning that they probably consider the model as a true member of their smartwatch line. So here's the watch, rectangular shape, rather thick bezel, button on the side. Most of the health tracking sensors are at the bottom. Please note that although it looks similar to the charging place for other Amazfit watches, it's not. Weirdly, there was no user guide in the box, so I guess we can go straight to the pairing procedure, and I can in the meanwhile share with you some of the most interesting specs for the model. There's a large 1.91-inch TFT display surrounded by a plastic case, a 300 mAh battery which should last between 5 and 25 days per charge depending on the usage, a BioTracker PPG biometric sensor, accelerometer, GPS support, more than 100 tracked workout modes, up to 70 installable mini apps, weight of only 26 grams, and operating system is ZepOS 2.0. Despite the fact Amazfit tried to convince you that this is a true smartwatch, well, it technically sort of is. Real-life performance and most of the features are kind of fitness tracker grade. And apparently they go straight to Generation 5, skipping the 4th generation, probably because 4 is not considered to be a very lucky number in China. But I'm not really sure that this 5th generation is too lucky either, because there are certain downgrades, especially compared to the Amazfit Bip 3 Pro. For instance, there is no barometer, there's no gyroscope, meaning that it's really interesting to see the results of the health tracking and the sports tracking. And this display looks good at the first sight, but that's not AMOLED, meaning that we don't have always-on display. That's a kind of disappointing. On the other hand, we have some new interesting features. Some of them are very useful, like the fact you get a speaker and you get a microphone, meaning that you can make some phone calls. You also have an inbuilt GPS so that you can track your workouts without the need to connect to your smartphone all the time. So it looks like Amazfit decided to get rid of certain features and bring in some others, hopefully more useful. Now it's time to check how all of that integrates with the user interface. Amazfit Bip 5 is being controlled in a similar way to most other Amazfit devices. There's a single side button which opens the app list and acts as a home button, and the rest is based on swipes, down for accessing the quick toggles, left and right for the main cards, and once again you have this multifunctional smart tile which is highly customizable and you can bring in your favorite shortcuts. If you swipe up, you can read the notifications, and you can respond to most of these using predefined answers or emojis. Concerning the apps, quite nice to see the PAI option at the top. I know a lot of people value this function, Personal Activity Indicator, a basic version of a training coach. Then, heart rate, blood oxygen, even the popular one-tap measuring, which made its way to the premium Amazfit devices last year. The workouts come next, and there are so many. The most popular workouts are shown first, and then you can drill down to all sorts of sports. With the current firmware by the time I work on this video, there are 124 tracked workouts. Most likely, you're gonna actively need between 3 and 10 out of these. Automatic workout detection is supported too, but doesn't work that great. The rest of the apps are mostly productivity tools, such as calendar, stopwatch, countdown timer, and so on. If you want to add some more, there are mini apps available in the Zap smartphone app. And last but not least, the settings menu. This is where you can fine-tune some of the watch features and its behavior. Not too many customizations, unfortunately. And here we confirm that there is no automatic brightness feature. In 2023, I believe this becomes more of a must-have feature. But hey, there's a phone app, and you could actually make phone calls with this watch.
Your remaining included data megabytes are 976,552,487,125.017.
If you want to see more details about all the apps, then you're gonna need the Zap. This is the software connecting your smartphone to the watch and is among the really good, well-designed and well-performing smartwatch apps. Starting with some heart rate statistics, a lot of details. Similarly, sleep tracking. It's good to see that the sensor manages to fetch quite a lot of data, including REM, and it's actually better at detecting awake time even than the much more expensive Amazfit Cheetah. If you want some details about the GPS accuracy, well, it's not as good, but in no way poorly implemented. Signal locks a little slower than usual, but accuracy is good and we can call it reliable. The HR monitor looks good about detecting intensive workouts, so overall I feel that Bip 5 covers well the health tracking tasks. Plus, the interface feels responsive and well balanced, with quite decent battery life. About 10 days seem to be easily within reach. It's gonna be a bit less if you wake up the screen too often, and up to 25 days if you disable the too frequent HR samples and reduce some of the other measures. Sadly, this is just about half of what the famous Amazfit Bip S was capable of. If you prefer to switch to another watch face, press and hold and choose among the defaults, or check the library inside the Zap app. Some integration to third-party services are possible too, including Google Fit and Strava. There also are some areas of improvement, or at least features which well explain the price gap to some more advanced devices, such as the non-AMOLED display, the lack of internal storage access, the lack of Bluetooth devices support, limited regional Alexa support, no auto brightness feature, and I guess that's it. My personal opinion is that this no longer has the Bip series DNA, which got lost a few generations back, because if we think of the Generation 1 and 1S with their transflective displays and the battery life for more than a month, they were insanely good at their price point. Now this is kind of a weird combination between something with fitness tracker capabilities, with an inbuilt microphone and speaker so that you can communicate with Amazon Alexa all the time and also make Bluetooth-related phone calls, and you have an inbuilt GPS, so yes, at a price below $100, that's quite an attractive choice. You shouldn't forget though that it doesn't have an AMOLED display, so I guess this counts as a budget variation of the Amazfit GTS 4 series. Well, that's my take on the Bip 5 by Amazfit. Like it or not, you can share with me in the comment section below the video. And if you want to buy this unit or probably get to know more about how to support the channel, check please the video description area. You can do something good for me. As a thank you, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and I, Michael, wish you a fantastic day. Stay fit, stay cool, and I guess I'll see you in a few days' time. Bye!